afternoon. My name is Tammy Eckhoff. I'm the kindergarten teacher here at the Lutheran School Association. On the front row is our kindergarten class this year. We have 10 students, one of them is sick today. And then we have our 5th and 6th graders who have graciously volunteered to help us. They're going to narrate for us while the kindergartners perform a little program, and they're going to help us sing a couple of songs. So you'll have to bear with us. We kind of freaked out with the stage yesterday, so we're working really hard to make things click. Are we ready? All right, kinders, let's make our beat.
Caroline was only 13 years old when her mother, Mary Pickersgill, was asked to sew a flag that would fly at Fort McHenry in Baltimore, Maryland during the War of 1812. That flag would become one of the most famous flags in American history.
When they began working on the flag, they didn't know it would become famous. They just know it was going to be big enough to be seen from way out at sea.
Mary cut the materials and went candy and sewed it together. The house was too small to hold it. Stars were 42 feet long, and stars were 2 feet across.
The flag became famous when Francis Scott Key, a lawyer, peered through a telescope from a British ship to see that the stars and stripes of our big flag were still waving proudly over the fort. The sight of the flag inspired him to write a poem. You know it, The Star-Spangled Banner. Please rise.
Join us in singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
you had to make a list of the most important people in American history, George Washington would top the list. Even though the chopping down the cherry tree story is most likely a fable, he was known for his honesty.
He was also known as a man of prayer. During the Revolutionary War, he was often found praying alone. As commander-in-chief of the army and later as our first president, George Washington trusted God.
Many battles of the Revolutionary War were won because of miracles. It would also take a miracle for the men of the Constitutional Convention to agree with one another. George knew that the event was in God's hands.
It was Benjamin Franklin who reminded them that they needed to pray every day for God's help. He quoted Psalm 127, verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
Many of the men later said that making the Constitution was a miracle of God. America was designed to be one nation under God.
Please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sitting down. Sitting down.
Like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln was known as an honest man. He was also known for his humor and storytelling. Lincoln became president when our country was caught in the heartbreak of the Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg was the military turning point of the war and perhaps the spiritual turning point for President Lincoln.
Lincoln often wondered if that speech would have been as famous if he had just said it 87 years ago.
The president remarks that during the Battle of Gettysburg, he went to his room and he locked the door and got down on his knees before Almighty God and prayed to him mightily for victory.
He told him this was his war and their cause was his cause. And then and there made a solemn vow to Almighty God that if he would stand by the boys at Gettysburg, Lincoln would stand by him.
And after that, a sweet comfort crept into his soul that God Almighty had taken the whole business into his own hands.
hearts a wish to serve God and one another. It was this commitment to God and each other, along with strong leadership from such men as William Bradford, that caused this Plymouth colony to survive.
You may know stories about the Pilgrims in the early days in America, but if you only know about the meeting with Samoset and Squanto or the first Thanksgiving, then you know very little of what God was really doing among them.
They felt that God was at work to bring about something wonderful, a country where his kingdom would truly be known. They had given up everything to be here so they could worship God in freedom.
Sometimes a day trip with friends is just a day of fun and adventure, but often such a trip can be the beginning of something bigger. Catherine Lee Bates was a teacher, and in the summer of 1893, she took a trip to the mountains that we will never forget.
While lecturing at Colorado College, some other teachers and Catherine decided to go on a trip to Pike Peak. They rode in a prairie wagon, but near the top of the mountain, they had to leave the wagon to go the rest of the way on mules.
She was very tired, but when she saw the view, she felt great joy. All the wonder of America seemed clear. Catherine felt as though she could see from the Atlantic to the Pacific. The sky was so big it was almost too beautiful for her. This inspired her to write the song American Beauty. liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And he has. He has given them through his Son Jesus.
Our forefathers said we were designed to be one nation under God. But that didn't happen just because of God. It happened when we followed Jesus. It happened when we humbled ourselves and prayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our program. Thank you for coming and sharing with us today. Today, this program was in honor of our upcoming election. Our kindergarten through 8th grade participated in something called Every Kid Votes Today, which gives the students an opportunity to vote for who they think should be president. The kindergartners, we've been talking about the president and what it means to be president, and the two candidates for the last week. So we did our vote today along with the rest of the student body. It was a good experience for them. It teaches them civic responsibility. God has blessed us with so many things in our country. One of those things is the right to vote. I hope that you will all go out and vote for your favorite candidate, whoever that may be, when you have that option. Thank you for sharing with us today. God's blessings to you all.